everybody, thanks for joining me for another tutorial in Melinda's Rubber Room. I'm Melinda Pierce and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here today to show you how to make this fun pop-up fold. So this was a card that we did a couple weeks ago on my Zoom session on Wednesdays, and I'm going to show you now how to do it again in case you missed that session. Okay, so we are going to start with a base piece of cardstock that measures 4 1/4 by 11. So it's a little bit different size than what we normally deal with, and we're going to score it at 2 3/4 from each side. So from the left side, you're going to measure over 2 3/4 and score it down, as well as from the right side. And then when it folds in together like that, if there's a little gap in between your two sections, don't worry about that. It's going to be covered up. And then we have a piece of Designer Series paper. This measures 4 inches by 10 3/4, and you're going to score it at 2 5/8 from each side. So from both of those sides, you're going to measure 2 5/8 and score down on both of those sides. And you're going to fold that inside like that, and you're going to bring in your cutter or a ruler, and you're going to measure 2 3/4 inch from the end. So I'm measuring 2 3/4 over here on the left hand side with this flap folded, and that is going to give me a center point on my card, on my Designer Series paper. And I'm just going to make a tick mark there on the top and on the bottom. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we are going to score. So keep your cutting blade out of the way. We're going to score from the top left-hand corner down to our tick mark. Just like so. And then from that tick mark down to the other corner. So all of your corners are being scored on a diagonal to those center tick marks. And on the other side, same thing. Bottom left corner to the center tick mark on the top. And the bottom center tick mark up to the left corner. Okay, then what we're going to do is go ahead and reinforce all of those fold lines. I'm just going to bend them back and forth, the straight ones as well as the diagonals. So on the diagonals, just bring that diagonal fold straight down like so, and turn it and do the other one. Flip it on the other side and flip it back. So every way that you can fold on those fold lines, that's what you want to do. And it'll make it much easier to make your pop out actually work correctly. So this fold actually reminds me of a cootie catcher, if you're old enough to remember those. Probably dating myself a bit. Okay, so once we do that, you'll kind of see these center pieces want to pinch in on themselves anyway. But what we're going to do is just go ahead and close that up like so. So you're just pinching those two corners together. If it's easier, just take this and squeeze it together and then fold it down. And if you have to manipulate it a little bit to make it close, that's fine. It's going to work either way. So again, all I do is take these two sections here. This is what I mean by a cootie catcher. So you're pinching these two edges together and then folding these sections down like that. So you have kind of a kite type of look to that pop-up card, and it's going to be attached to your card this way. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and bring our card back in, our card base, and you're just going to lay that triangle in the center. So the only part that is glued down on this center pop out section are these two pieces. You don't glue this back side down. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and center that. And I'm going to bring in my glue. And you do want to use a strong glue for this, either strong glue or a strong tape, because these flaps are going to get a lot of opening and closing tension on it. So we're going to go ahead and close this side down. Make sure that's adhered nice. And then we're going to do the same on this side. And close this side down as well. Okay, and that's how it pops up. So again, it's not glued down in the center there. It's just glued on these two edges, like so. Okay, and then all that's left is to decorate it. So really simple card. So I have a card front here that's a standard card front size. So that is 5.5 by 4.25, if I'm not mistaken. Drawing a blank here. Yep, 4.25 by 5.5. So what I'm going to do is attach that to just this left side of my card. So in order to do that, I'm just going to put the glue on this section here. And put down that card front. And I should have told you that the paper that I'm using is from A Wash and Beauty. It's a designer series paper that's in the main catalog. And it has all of these little flowers that you can cut out using the dies in the set. So that's what I'm going to be doing later. It also gives you this, this nice trellis type of frame to cut out as well. So it has a lot of great different dies in it. So this is the trellis frame, and it has all of these little flowers, obviously to match the dies, but also to match the stamps, but also to match the paper. So I am going to go ahead and attach this card, the decorative piece, to my front piece. Now this one I want to glue all the way down. It's just that first piece. It's just this one that I want to make sure doesn't glue the whole card shut. So I'm going to attach that like so. And then I have some dies already matched up with some of the designer series paper. So I'm going to bring in my mini cut and emboss machine. Bring in my plates here. So you can see this is the designer series paper. It's got the other side that's decorated. And I'm just going to put that in my cut and emboss machine along with some of the flowers. And the leaves will fit there. I think I have enough room for one more flower right there. So again, you can see how much this little mini cutter actually fits on there all at one time. And it takes up hardly any room on your cutting table. So it doesn't take up much landscape. It doesn't get in the way of your other creative tools. Okay, so I'm just going to pop these out just like so. All right, and then for the outside of the card, I'm just going to pop these up a little bit and add some little flowers there, Add a few leaves. I don't have as many flowers cut out as I did on my original one. Oh, I have a few extras up here. But this is the original one that I did, so you can see all those little flowers that I cut out. I also cut out this little greenery that's just from regular cardstock, but using one of the dies from that same set. So let's build this up. Need some dimensionals. So I'm going to raise the main flowers up on dimensionals. I'm just going to use a couple because I want to be able to scoot some of my other elements underneath there. So I want to be able to scoot these underneath, like so. So I'm only putting a couple down so it's not, I don't restrict myself as to where I can put my other embellishments. I'll put this guy there. This one I'm actually going to glue directly onto my card. I don't like to add a lot of bulk, but I do like to add some dimension to my card. There we go. And I'll put the leaves down below. Like so. And I have a few more bits and bobs here that I'll attach. All I'm doing is putting glue on the main parts of my embellishments. You don't need a whole lot to keep these in place. The Tombow glue is actually very strong, and a little bit goes a long way. So if you're having trouble with glue popping out underneath your pieces that you're gluing, you're probably using too much glue. So again, this set is in the main catalog. Sometimes the new stuff that's out overshadows the main catalog, but make sure you check that main catalog out. It's got a lot of great products in there. And with every $50 purchase or $100 purchase, you get free items right now through Celebration. So that includes everything that's in the main catalog as well as in the mini catalog. So anything that's online, actually. So there's some kits that are online that are not in any of the catalogs. They're just shown online, so make sure you check those out. Having some trouble finding a place to put this big guy. Put it all the way down like that. So yeah, there's a lot of great other items on the online store that are not in the catalogs, including clearance items. There's some great deals on the clearance rack right now. All of those purchases count towards your purchase to get free Celebration items. So you can really get some great deals. You can buy bundles, get 10% off on the bundle, and then get your free Celebration items, or you can get items that are on the clearance rack that are, 60% off. That's all of those purchases still qualify for the free products. All right, and if you'd like to make purchases on my online store, you can do so at melindapierce.stampinup.net. And make sure you join me on my Facebook page at Melinda's Rubber Room, so you can find out all the information about my Zoom classes and other events that I'm having. I do card kits in the mail as well. So lots of good things happening that you can take advantage of. All right, so I got that last one here. And then I have a die cut that I have. that I'm going to stamp and put in the middle of my card for my greeting. I don't know what I'm going to use this card yet for. So I'm just going to leave that loose in my card, so when I'm ready to stamp my greeting, I'll put it in there. And that is my card for today. I hope you enjoyed that and learned something new. It's really a fun layout and really is kind of a wow card, but really doesn't take that much extra effort to make it. So I hope you enjoyed that. And again, feel free to join me over on my Facebook page at Melinda's Rubber Room and join us on Wednesdays. It's always great to see some new faces. Okay, so until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.